everybody, Jason here, and welcome back to the Ghostbusters News Halloween Countdown. And in this video, we're going to be taking a look at the brand new Proton Pack replica from HalloweenCostumes.com. And a quick heads up, during this video, at any time you decide that you just have to have this unlicensed nuclear accelerator for your collection, we do have a direct purchase link and it is down below in the description. And I know some of you out there, you're on the fence right now. You're wondering, you're asking yourself, should I buy this? Maybe you already own Spirit Halloween's costume prop. Maybe you're waiting for Hasbro's 1984 replica, which is set to ship next year. Or maybe you just want another Proton Pack. Because once you pop... So let me start off by saying at $249.99, this is one of the best out-of-the-box Proton Packs that's not just Halloween ready, but also convention ready. I mean, this is going to be great for cosplayers, fan franchise use. Sure, there are some imperfections, but for the price, considering it does come with an attached Neutrona wand and features lights and sounds and has a hard plastic motherboard with a metal Alice-style frame already attached to it, this Halloween prop has a lot in its favor. And I should mention it that this is not HalloweenCostumes.com's first attempt at a Ghostbusters Proton Pack. In fact, a few years ago here on the channel, I unboxed and reviewed that prior release. And let's just say I really wasn't all that impressed. But to Halloween Costumes' credit, they listened to fans. They no doubt heard all of the criticism, and this new release, it's a complete retooling. It's more screen accurate, it's much lighter in weight, roughly about 10 pounds, and best of all, it's half the price of that previous release. Better quality at a better price? Yeah! Now, in fixating on this new for 2025 model, let's start with the shell, which does look great. Yes, we're going to get into a few nitpicks, but overall, this is easily the best looking, mass-produced, ready-to-wear Proton Pack outside of Hasbro. You've got the ion arm with booster and frame, crank generator with label, HGA with attached wiring, injector tubes, a stand-in for the clipboard, and likely its biggest selling point over the Spirit Halloween Proton Pack, a cyclotron with a separated bumper. In fact, let's go ahead and bring in the Spirit Pack for a quick side-by-side. And let me say here, for those with an 80% or full-size Spirit Pack, I'm not gonna knock it. Obviously, I own a few myself, and they are more than serviceable and they look really good, especially with upgrades. But if we're talking right out of the box, this new HalloweenCostumes.com version, it feels like the new go-to option. I mean, in my opinion, not only does the majority of details, they look better, and that's in addition to the rounded cyclotron edges, and again, that separated bumper, but the overall shell, it is made of a thicker plastic. Another difference when it comes to this new Proton Pack from Halloween Costumes is it does look like it rolled right off the assembly line circa 1984. And what I mean by that is there's really no wear or tear. I'm sure some fans, they're likely going to add some dry brushing, some metallic accents, scruffing the edges a bit, but right out of the box, yeah, it's made to look pretty much pristine. And at the price point, again, of $249.99, I really do feel like this pack, it is a steal. However, yeah, let me kind of touch on some of those nitpicks I alluded to earlier. As some of the smaller details, like the wire attachments, the reliefs, yeah, they could be upgraded for accuracy. But even then, some parts, like these elbow fittings, they already look surprisingly good. Also, a criticism that I've seen tossed around in the comment section, and it is justified, is the crank knob. As what's found on this pack, it doesn't match the films. Now, of course, you could always cut this off and replace it, but a heads up, it is part of the shell. So more than likely, I expect someone, they're gonna create a 3D printed piece just to cover it up. And then there's the ribbon cable, and very much like pretty much all other mass-produced Proton Packs out there, some fans, they're gonna wanna replace it. And luckily, in taking a look on the inside of the pack, it's gonna be an easy swap. Pull out the ribbon cable, you can unscrew the clamp, you can change that too, and just upgrade as you like. Also, with the Proton Pack now open, here is what's on the inside. And we are going to round back to this a little bit later on, especially when it comes to the speakers. Flipping the pack around, we've got one of its strongest selling points, and that is the hard plastic motherboard with attached Alice-style frame. Now, this Proton pack having a frame, that shouldn't be too surprising, as Halloween Costumes' last pack also had one, but this is much closer to the real deal. And I'm gonna stress here that this is not plastic, it is metal. I love the fact that they also added the foam padding on top there, being held in place by zip ties, and the straps, waist belt, and kidney pad, they all look great. Now let's go ahead and talk about the Neutrona wand. Well, actually, before we start talking about the wand, we should maybe talk about how it's attached to the Proton pack, with it being secured by a plastic V-hook, which if you wanted to upgrade this, it does seem like an easy swap, just being held in place by 2 screws. Having it in hand, the wand, it nails most of what you'd expect. I mean, it's not on Hasbro's level, but considering their wand, it was sold separately, you shouldn't expect that. You've got real metal switches, an open vent showing wiring, proper stickers and labels. Really, the biggest issue here is that the bar graph, it's just a sticker. Now, as far as stickers go, it is pretty convincing at a glance. I mean, it does look good. As well, there are some other inaccuracies here and there. I mean, one thing here is that the intensify switch here, it should actually be a button. As well, at the front of the wand, this little like red dot, it should also be a button, but instead, yeah, it's just a painted on red dot. But I don't want to sound like I'm harping on this thing, because considering this is included with the pack, again, everything here for $249.99, this is great. When it comes to how it feels in hand, I would kind of compare it to Mattel's Neutrona wand from years back. Underneath, it is missing the wand track, which should prove to be a pretty easy upgrade for those who want to do it. As well, if you wanted to install more electronics on the inside of the wand, I mean, just look how much space is inside of here. Also, let's go ahead and bring back in the Spirit Halloween Proton pack and do another comparison, this time the Neutrona wands. If you gotta have a sticker on your wand for that bar graph, Halloween Costumes, theirs just looks more convincing, and I do love the fact that the vent holes are just that, they're actually holes. And through this video, I've kind of given you sneak peeks at this Proton pack's light up features as well as its sound effects, which are powered by 4 AA batteries that go into the motherboard. Once installed, to turn on the Proton pack, just flip the activate switch. Right there, the power cell, it's doing its thing, the blue light going up, as well as the cyclotron, it's cycling. From there, to turn the lights on the wand, the top switch here, it controls the top white light, and the bottom switch controls the red slow blow light. And then there's only one switch left, and that's the intensify switch, and in flipping that, we've got that iconic Proton pack boot up noise, the hum. And if you couldn't tell, this Proton pack, it is loud. The top knob on the wand, it does control the volume, and the audio, it comes from 2 speakers inside the Proton pack. And there are speaker holes well hidden, one on the motherboard, as well the other underneath the crank generator. And again, let's open up the Proton pack and show you the speakers that are inside. And unsurprisingly, yeah, the speakers used here, they are quite a bit larger than what's found in the Spirit Halloween Proton pack, as well as the HasLab. Now, given that the Intensify button isn't a button, it's instead a switch, you're likely wondering, how do you fire this thing? Well, there's a hidden trigger built into the rear handle. Pull that, and you're busting. The wand's tip, it lights up red as well. The vibration found in the wand, it's pretty intense. It's only the wand itself that actually vibrates, not the Proton pack, but yeah, it feels like you're actually holding a real unlicensed nuclear accelerator. I mean, I'm gonna try and have the camera kind of focused in on the wand here as I fire, but yeah, just look at this thing shake. Easily one of the best vibration features that we've seen yet in any Neutrona wand. Now for the fans out there with a keen ear, I do feel like I should round back to the sound effects, as well they do sound really clear, and again, really, really loud. They do sound a bit different than what we do here in the films. In fact, they kind of have more of like a science fiction vibe. I mean, like right here, this is the Proton pack hum noise. And then again, the Proton stream. Now for me, given the clarity, and again, given how loud this thing is, the vibration of the wand, The sound effects, they're fine. However, for those who want something a little bit more, screen accurate, given the Ghostbusters fan community, I'm sure there's going to be, upgraded lights and sound kits available. If not already, a pre-existing kit would, do the job. Now, before wrapping things up here, let's do another quick comparison, this time with the HalloweenCostumes.com Proton Pack next to the Hasbro Ghostbusters Afterlife Spengler's Proton Pack. And honestly, I cannot believe how far we've come in the last decade. From pretty much no mass-produced options to now having so many choices. I mean, some could argue that the market, it's oversaturated. And Hasbro's Afterlife Proton Pack, as well as their 84 rendition that ships next year, they're gonna be hard to top. But this release from HalloweenCostumes.com, it came out of nowhere, and honestly, it really has surprised me. I would easily put it ahead of Spirit Halloween's Proton Pack, thanks to the shell, the separated bumper, the upgraded motherboard, proper Alice-style frame, and the better wand. I'd even choose this over Hasbro's Proton Pack in certain situations. Again, not only does it look the part, but it's lighter, being only around 10 pounds. I mean, this thing, it would be comfortable enough to wear all weekend long at a convention without any issues. Now, hopefully, if you had any questions related to this Proton Pack, I answered them here for you today. If I didn't, be sure to drop that question down below in the comments. And as I said at the top of the video, these Proton Packs, they are now in stock exclusively from HalloweenCostumes.com. If you'd like to buy one, we do have a direct purchase link down below in this video's description. So that's all I've got for you for this one. As always, subscribe. If you'd like to join up with Ghostbusters News, check out our Patreon page. A link to that is also down below. And we'll see you right back here next time as the Ghostbusters News Halloween Countdown continues.